You talked about running your check. You talked about getting monetized.
Pop-ups.
I mean, I wonder, because this is a conversation we've never even had, even at some of our dinners.
Yeah.
How are you at managing the money? Right? Because it's one thing to get the money.
Yes.
It's another thing. People tell you to invest. And obviously we'll get into some of the businesses that you started. But like, managing money is not the easiest thing. And that people get lost in that, right? They think, I got to make it. But it can go as quickly as it came. So how are you, when you started getting that money, like that AT&T $10,000 check, coming out of high school, I already know how I'm thinking about it, right? At that age. And obviously, as you grow and mature, the checks start getting a little bit bigger. How are you dealing with that?
Honestly, I go to all of the women in my family, and usually, the women are the ones that truly, I mean, and the men, but like the women I see always know how to save. My mom was always a person that was a stickler, of saving, right? Like, you want to save, but you also want to invest. That was my aunt, right? So my sister, she has I don't know if you guys have read her book and have the children's book on financial literacy. But we always knew that investing was something that was the most important when we had our money, right? And so, saving it is one thing, but going to my mom and my sister and them saying, hey, we're about to get this property or this land and blah, blah, blah. What are we gonna do with it? Well, we'll have it just for when we're ready to cultivate, and build it up. And it's like, okay, cool. All right. I might not know why, but I know it'll be something that comes in handy at one point, right? And I think trusting the mentors and the wisdom of people that have come before you and why and how their lives have been able to be, and you watch the people, right? You watch what they do with their money. You watch how certain people, I'm for lack of better words, F it off. You see how they treat, they're like, oh, okay, that's fine. Car got wrecked. We'll get another one. It's like, what? No, why didn't you just drive around in the whip with the house, but you chose to go get the necklace or this, it just wasn't. I watched how people manage their money first, and then I would go to for them advice, and so when we started our financial group of our family in 2020, my sister was kind of just okay, she was mad about the Apple split. She was she was just pissed, and she was like, we need to start a family investment group. And so, I wasn't always involved in it because I always was I trust what y'all tell me what to do with my money. So I'm just going to save it. And then whenever y'all tell me for the next move, I'm going to just move it. And so we started a group called the PFIC. And it was the investment club that we started for our family. And we've grown our portfolio 32% since we started.
When did you start?
2020.
So what do you invest in?
I
mean, not
I'll say
NVIDIA.
Yes, some stocks.
Okay.
But I will say NVIDIA has been one that we've been hearing about since, I guess, what is that, 2021? And I've just been all right, cool. Send $100 every month. We have our annual meetings. We have people in place where we have, somebody's a treasurer, someone's the secretary. My mom might be the president of it. My aunt might, and it's just so beautiful to watch because we actually had a video go viral where my cousin Whitney posted it while we had our annual meeting this past September, and I wasn't even there, but I was I had been on Zoom because we do a call in, and next thing you know, it's on all these Black love pages it's going viral. And they're like, oh, I want to be a part of that family, or how do I get started and everything. And I'm just literally, it's all about organization, honestly trusting the people that everybody's blood, doesn't make them closer, but trusting the people that you put around you, trusting that their knowledge and their wisdom that they went to school for or learned was truly something that could help you.
So break this whole thing down. How many people's involved? What's the procedure? How do you decide to invest?
And then honestly, I'm not even gonna cap you down. I only know that we started with probably 10, maybe 15 of 20 of us, and it's just grown.
All family members.
Yeah, on my mom's side.
Okay.
And everybody, you have to put money in? every month?
You definitely have to put money in every month.
Every month. The same amount, or different people you could put
$100 every month.
That's the threshold.
And yeah, I mean, it's definitely, I don't want to get into it because I'm not the most, knowledgeable on it. I just know I trust my family. I know I've seen what we doing with the money. I see what is going on. I'm like, all right, cool. I gotta, and then I have my own portfolio, and, and I think, it's so funny because I had just set up my Roth IRA with Fidelity the day before InvestFest. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, my mom, she helped me. She had some money set away from like, my parents had helped set up a trust that had been, there for a long time. And she had been telling, because my mom is the mom that's like, I'm gonna repeat that you need to do this. And you'll hear it. And even to my boyfriend, like to my family, boyfriend, anybody that knows me knows that like, she's the lovable person, but once she gives you that advice, she's not gonna come up off it. She's telling you it for a reason. And when people start listening to the people around them that truly love and support and pour into them and know and have actual knowledge, like my mom she was like one of the first Black people like in the corporate world in Bank of America when I was like, before I was even born. And, I mean, the women, like I said, the women around me have lots of knowledge. The men around me have lots of knowledge and wisdom. So why don't you utilize that? Find those mentors in your family. Find those mentors within, their family or their connections, network, and just because networking looks like outside of your family incredible, you would never know the knowledge that somebody has in your family if you don't ask them.